All right, welcome back everyone to the Fit Freedom podcast. And today is a very special day. We have Jessica Page on as our guest, and I am so excited for today's call. So without further ado, let me introduce Jessica. She is the creator of Grind to Glory. She is an intuitive life and business coach. She is recognized internationally as an expert in the field of personal transformation. Her mission is helping entrepreneurs experience more joy, fulfillment, love, and abundance without being in the grind of working really hard, struggling, and sacrificing. So today you are in for a treat. So thanks, Jessica, so much for being on Fit Freedom.
I am so excited to be on, and I love what your podcast stands for. And of course, I love you. So it is totally an honor.
Thank you so much. I just want to dive right into how you decided to start Grind to Glory and what was kind of your segue into personal transformation.
Yeah, well, I mean, I love to just go right into, and I think so many people can relate, especially entrepreneurs, but I think just so many people in life, no matter what you're doing, it is like this sense of we've got to be in the grind. Like things can't be easy. Things have to be a hustle or a sacrifice. And I just saw these patterns show up in my life over and over and over again. So I too owned a fitness business, and my husband and I sold it about 5 years ago. We launched a second business, and I saw the same pattern show up around money and around time and around just this sense of like, why are things so hard? Like, why can't things come easy? And I just started to question things and be like, there has to be a different way. And at this point, we had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching and programs, and we've been to half of the Tony Robbins programs. And so I'm like, what gives? And I just became a little bit, I'll call it divinely obsessed. It's not obsessed to the point of like, I am definitely an overcoming perfectionist and people pleaser. And so it really was this desire of mine to figure out like, how can we still reach a level of success, reach a level of abundance and fulfillment and all of these things that we want more of, which is why we're struggling and grinding it out, because we think I'll do this for a certain period of time. And then when I reach wherever I'm going, and I'm sure you see this a ton in the fitness space, it's like we can't enjoy ourselves while we're losing the weight. It's not until I can fit into this bikini or whatever it is that I can actually feel a sense of joy and fulfillment. Right. And it's just total BS. I feel like it's how society has sort of conditioned us, and we've been spoon-fed really these lies around how life should be. So it was through this process of me being broken and being frustrated and being just fed up with the grind, with sacrificing time with my kids, with working so hard and still feeling like I didn't have enough money coming in. It was just all of these like repeated, it's like you're on the hamster wheel.
Yes.
So it was my total frustration of like, what else is possible? And then delving into all of the inner work, this process of my belief system. I can't even say it enough. It's like deep in my soul, my belief system is that the traditional pathway is grinding it out. 99% of everyone on this planet, if you're listening, possibly in some area of your life, you are grinding out. And I deeply believe, and I see this in my clients' transformations, and there's another pathway. And that is by doing the inner work, by really releasing the things that are holding you back, by developing a deeper connection to source, by standing in your power, by awakening your intuition. It's really all of these things that create huge shifts so that you can actually step into a place of loving your life and not be living in this like we grind it out because we think that's the way to get to where we're going, but then really that is just attracting more of what we don't want.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's kind of like the tailspin of, I think it really started with a problem that I had and really a wanting and a desire of a different way. And realizing that like almost everyone on this planet had the same frustration, had the same problem. And I wanted to like, I really believe there can't be enough spiritual trailblazers really shifting the energy of people.
Yes, so true. Because when people think about nutrition and fitness or wanting to lose weight, they are in that grind mentality of I have to like work really hard, I have to work out all the time, I have to follow the food prep program perfectly, heavens forbid there's a holiday and I don't know what to do. And if you do shift your mindset into kind of more of like an acceptance mindset, focusing more on what you can do today to help you reach your goal, as opposed to I'm not going to be happy until I, fit into that bikini. It really can help you not only enjoy the process, but really learn more about you and like what your triggers are, what are your habits, and how you can kind of change them to help you live this healthier, happier life that you want.
Mm-hmm.
So mindset is huge for all areas of your life. Yes.
So big. And I think, again, there's two ways that you can do things. I think the person who is like struggling, who's like, I'm doing all of the things, I'm eating the right foods most of the time, I'm working out, but like the reason, the intention, the energy that's going into that is like this sense of grind. I'm doing
Yes.
because I'm beating my body up because I shouldn't have ate the chips. I shouldn't have ate, all the things, right? So we can like beat ourselves up and be doing things with that sort of energy that's behind it, versus really coming from the stance of, instead of force, into ease, which I call the glory.
Yep.
And it's, you can have glory, you can go from grind to glory with parenting, with finances, with health, like all of your areas. And I think it's this process of like really allowing yourself to shift into a different energy and a different intention around why I'm doing what I'm doing. And as soon as you do that, it's like, I feel like your whole body exhales and it's like, yes, like let me do things to nourish myself or nourish my temple and let me feel the best. And you loosen the grip a little bit around, I've got to lose 10 pounds. I've got to lose 15 pounds. Let me, beat myself up until I get to this goal. And you just really instead infuse this energy and then this intention around the feelings and what you're doing for yourself and your body and your energy. We become detached. And then what do you know? We actually arrive at our goal a little bit quicker and a lot happier.
Yes, and a lot less stressed out.
Yes, it's like, man, these things that we do to ourselves, right? And I do it too. I mean, it's just wild.
Yes, yeah, I catch myself doing it too. And really, my nutrition clients that have the best success are the ones that choose to go more towards into the flow, into the glory. They know they want to lose weight. They might say, I want to lose 20 pounds or 30 pounds, but they're not so focused on that. They're more focused on, how can I help heal my body? How can I help get healthy? What can I do? What foods can I eat that will help heal me from the inside out? And those clients see faster transformations, and they're just happier about it in general, because they're not so focused on beating themselves up over eating like the bag of Fritos. They're more just focused on, that's okay if I ate the chips, they tasted good, so let's move on, and now I'll have, a salad for lunch today, or something like that, as opposed to constantly beating yourself up over your indulgent meal or over that, having that extra glass of wine, because that's really what life is about, like enjoying those indulgent meals or those small meals, but still like remaining healthy too, and nourishing your body with the foods that it needs in order for you to feel as the best you can. So, yeah.
It's really the sense of like, I think we can get so hooked into perfectionism and control. Yes. I come from a lot of perfectionism, and I didn't know how bad I was a perfectionist until I saw it in my oldest child, and I was like, oh my God, like where is he getting that from? And then, they're like the most perfect little reflections of the things within us that we don't really want to
right
against. And so that was a wake-up call for me. And I just realized, like, the thing that people say they want more joy, more freedom, those sorts of things, right? And it's like, if you really sink into, well, what is the feeling of those things, and why do we want those things? The hardest way to get there is when we're stuck in perfectionism. And to me, it's like perfectionism and control are so like intertwined.
Yes.
And so, yeah, it's like, so what? You ate the whatever, or you had a down day, or you had a down week. It's like, if we can just release that control, release that need to be perfect, and just roll with it, and know that like all of life is ebb and flow.
Right.
So, I mean, we're not meant to be these perfect human beings and like eating kale every day. It's like we can live and we can be. And I think more than anything, and I'm not downplaying good food. Like we live an organic plant-based diet.
Yep.
We still have cheat days, all the things. So I'm not downplaying the beauty of that. But I think more than anything, if we eat the thing that we're like, oh my God, now I got to beat myself up. It's like, if you just shift the energy, again, energy is everything. If you just shift the energy around it, I think energy is just as important as like what we are or aren't putting in our body.
Agreed.
And it's like, okay, so what? Like, it's going to get cleansed out. Whatever. I'm fulfilling a need that I had or a craving. And like, if we just take a pause and we're like, what's the energy behind this? Why am I doing this? It's so big. It's so big.
Yes, it is. Yeah. If we stop putting so much focus on, oh my goodness, I can't believe I ate that. And just put more focus on, okay, well, I ate it. It was delicious. Let's move on and go on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
Your life will just become so much easier and you will reach those goals so much faster.
Yeah. 100 bazillion %.
Yes. So if someone's listening today, what is a tip that you could give them if they have no idea how to like start changing their mindset? What is one thing you could say that they could start to do today to try to help move from grind to glory?
Slow down. Honestly, I think we move so fast, especially if you're a woman, but it's true for guys too, I think, that are listening. It's like we move so fast. And grind is, when you think of the grind, it is like anything from resistance, hard, things not showing up, any sort of like, just the word alone has like a harsh kind of dark energy to it, right?
Yeah.
And we're going so fast because we have so many things to do. We're so stressed. We're so overwhelmed. So if we just like, and I think a lot of times too, we're like holding our breath all the time.
Yes.
It's like, that's the last time you really inhaled for a long time and exhaled for a long time. That's what our body needs. So I think to really start this process of mindfulness, I think, we can do all the things. I can give you like 6 things to do, but then we go back into overwhelm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the crap? So it's just slow down, like be more present instead of just responding, which was huge for me because I'm such a fast talker and I was always so used to like defending my stance and feeling like I never allowed my voice to be heard by the people in my life. So if I just like give myself permission, and at the beginning, it is like you might need to set a reminder on your phone to give yourself permission to slow down. And it's interesting because you'll attract ways too. Like my dog will come upstairs in my office when it's like, when she can sense that I need a break. And so instead of me being annoyed that she's like scratching the side of my body trying to get attention, I'm like, oh, okay. Or my computer will have a glitch. And instead of getting frustrated, just know that the universe is supporting you when you set this intention too. But it's just slowing down, like giving yourself a chance to breathe, giving yourself a chance to not respond so quickly and really just kind of connect into your heart space. And I think that is huge. However you need to do that to give yourself permission to create just sort of the consistency in slowing down, such a gift to yourself.
Yeah, it truly is. And I will echo what Jessica is saying with when you're like at the grocery store in line, maybe checking out. I know the first thing everyone does is like pulls their phone out and starts like Facebooking or checking Instagram or emails or whatever. Just keep your phone in your purse or in your pocket and just like look around you, like take some deep breaths, really like be grateful that you get to stand in line and buy groceries today because some people maybe can't. And just really like maybe look at who's in front of you and who's around you and just like slow down and breathe and, maybe take that second even to like read a magazine cover. But I think we move so fast. And when we do have that downtime, we constantly try to fill it with something with our phones. So even if you can take the time to just not pull your phone out, if that means you're at a stoplight, you're in line at the grocery store, just keep your phone away and really just start to breathe and look around you. That can really make an impact on your day and really help you to start slowing down.
So true.
Yeah. Awesome. So I just want to say a big thank you to Jessica for coming on. We really appreciate having you on the Fit Freedom podcast. I hope you guys got a ton of information out of this today, and tune in next time for another special guest.